Welcome to the live stream. Hello, good for being here. Hey, Super Matthew's here. Good to see you, Matthew. Lovely to have you here. Very kind of you to join us. Nice. Hey, today I wanted to talk about the best technology. I get this question all the time. I've got an online event or I've got a hybrid event. What's the best technology I should use? What's the best platform? And there are many, many options. But I reckon there's a better question to ask. I'm a big believer in events. When it comes to success in events, it's about asking better questions. So one of the big questions is, who are you? I'm Warwick Merry. That's who I am. I'm a triple certified virtual presenter and speaking professional and event host producer. And so I come here every Thursday at this time, Thursday my time, and talk about online events and getting events online. And I see Bat straight away has gone VMix. See, that works for you, and I'm loving it. I've heard a lot of stuff about VMix personally, haven't used it myself. I'm not a big end producer. I do a bit of smaller end producing. But here's the thing when it comes to the questions that I think you need to ask. Hey, Alan, good to have you here. The question has to be more about the strategy than the technology, and there's a reason for it. Technology is like fire. It's a brilliant tool, but it's a poor master. And too many people get trapped into the technology. My experience is the technology that you will find out there will do 80% of what you need to it. And every different bit of technology does a different 80%. It's really hard to find something that does everything you want all at once. And so it's just about trying to look at what is going to best suit the outcomes of the event that I want to hold. Let me give you a couple of examples. If you're running, let's say you've got a team session that you want to run, it's a strategy session, you want to have a few meetings between people and a couple of presentations from different organizations, you're probably looking at Zoom, MS Teams, Google Hangouts. They're all going to do what you want. They've got the basics, they'll cover it. There's no need to get too carried away. It really is focusing on the outcome of what you want for that event. And Matthew raises a great point here where he talks about that 20% is the skill of the operator. I would suggest to you that there's actually more because, when we talk about in events, content is king, but if you can't convey that content across, you've got to make sure that you actually know what you're doing. So even if you're the presenter, it's not just about the technology, it's about the methodology of how do I engage, how do I get people excited about what's going on. And you also, as Matthew's pointed out, you need a crew that when things go to, as they will with technology, they keep their cool and can keep doing stuff. I think that's really important. But when it comes to the technology, there's many, many options out there. There's events there, Cvent, Hopin, AirMeet. For every week that goes past, it feels like there's new different kinds of technology you can use. Matthew recommended VMix. I use OBS. Other people love their A10 Mini Pro. There is so much that goes into the mix. So it really looks at going back to what is it I'm trying to achieve? What's the outcome I'm trying to achieve for the delegates? And I see this as a bit of a flaw with a lot of presenters. Alan rightly says that 90% of the success is around the presenter. And what happens is with a lot of people who have gone from the face-to-face to then going online is they think that they can just do the same thing, and you can't. You simply cannot do it. So many presenters are like, oh, I can't wait to get back to face-to-face because that's where the real presenting happens. You can actually be as effective, if not more, online. It is just about changing the approach. I had a funny guess. Matthew's just said to me, by the way, I'm a techo. I had a guess. I had that funny feeling. And the techo side is really important and often overlooked because for a lot of not event organizers, they know, but a lot of people at events will go, oh, they're the AV crew down the back, but they're making the magic happening. But the presenter needs to be able to use the technology and not use everything, but use it to get across the messages and the stories and everything that they want to do. I know from a lot of presenters' point of view is they'll buy bits of tech and bits of kit and then go, wow, this is amazing and I can do anything, but then they never use it. A lot of people just Zoom. People have Zoom and they'll just use it just for the simple face-to-face kind of meetings versus going, I can do breakouts. I can now bring in some different apps. I can use, there's a lot of stuff I first thought was very gimmicky, like, doing the digital mustaches and stuff, but you can incorporate that into generating fun and engagement throughout the process of what you're doing. So again, it becomes that what's the outcome? And I think if we focus more on what the outcome is that we're trying to achieve for the delegates, for the organizer, and for the person paying the bills, that really shifts in terms of, okay, what do we want to achieve now? How are we best able to do that? What technology will serve us best? And often, unfortunately, it's a combination of technologies, and getting the technologies to talk to each other sometimes can be a challenge. I was having a conversation this morning about how do we get anonymous input into a discussion group, because some people don't, for whatever reason, they don't want to be known for their comments. And, is there a way we can anonymously do chats? For so many for bits of technology, you've got to actually sign in, have your name, that sort of stuff. So what you can do is use something like Mentimeter or Google Jamboard so that they can anonymously go there and type in ideas, draw pictures, put post-it notes, that kind of stuff. So you can have that anonymous contribution, but it means that you need to be able to use the two. So for the operators and for the presenters, that means be really skilled about it. And for the presenters, give the operators plenty of notice what you're going to do and what you need them to do. So it makes sure that you can take advantage of the technology and not put the people under pressure. So it's a really great thing to do, to consider what's the intent and what's the technology that's going to serve it. Hey, Matthew's had a great comment here about having presenters with pre-recorded segments. Yeah, I actually like, if you do have a pre-record, often for some presentations or some events, the organizers will ask for a pre-recorded 20-minute presentation. What I'm likely to do is, because some people try and hide the fact that they've been pre-recorded, I'm owning it. I'm out there going, this has been pre-recorded, but I'm live in the chat. So when questions come up about what I'm saying, I can talk to it. And because I'm a bit more relaxed, I will poke fun at myself and have a bit of a relaxed kind of approach. But it just gets people to ask more information online. But you're right, sometimes it is that pretending that you're not live and going, here's a big pause. You got to be careful, because you'll get caught out. People will know. And if you're pausing and no one asks a question and you go, they're great questions, you're coming across as inauthentic. So a good point there, Matthew. All right. Again, most importantly here, it's not about the technology. The technology is a wonderful tool that facilitates the event, be it online, hybrid, or even if it's face-to-face and you're simply using the app. Too often we do stuff because we can and not because we should. I've seen many a conference app that's like, oh, we can do this, that, the other, and isn't it amazing? But no one uses it. There's no education on how to use it. There's no enticement to use it. People don't want to use it because there's no value in it. So how do we show the value, prove the value, and not just in, you could win a prize if you get the most points? Because half the audience will be going, I don't care. Like, I'm just not into that sort of stuff. If I want a bottle of champagne, I'll go buy it. So it's got to be how can we make this rewarding and worthwhile using? So make the tech worthwhile, build it around the strategy. Go strategy first, technology second. That's the key message I wanted to get across today. I hope that's been of value to you. If you need further assistance or different ideas, reach out to me. If you're looking at ways that you can present better online, some of the different approaches that are not tech-based, they're all about your strategy. Check it out there. It's a freebie. Download the PDF, get the video. It's all part of the fun. Thanks for being here. I'll be back again next Thursday at 9 a.m. Melbourne time. Let's go for Melbourne time, one of my favourite times. It's been an absolute pleasure. You've been fabulous. I've been Warwick. See you next time.